I've been watching Bradley Martin's podcast Raw Talk. Great podcast. He had this amazing guest, Mike. I think he's from the Impulsive podcast. I haven't really watched it a lot, but basically, like in this podcast, there's a few things that he said where I feel like were very endearing and something a lot of people should like hear about. There's things where I disagree with him. Um, he talked about different situations, how the world is, how things are changing, kind of. And I just thought it was a really interesting perspective, and I just wanted you guys to also hear his points before I give mine. So without further ado, let's react to it.
I am 100% in agreement with this idea that, that a lot of these people are kind of propelling right now, that we in a lot of ways have lost our way as a civilization, as a society. The past, decade plus have been a bit insane, and there have been some absolutely ridiculous viewpoints, rules, laws, feelings, thoughts, sentiments that have been force-fed down people's throats, and I get that. And I think right now what you're seeing is this massive swing back of the pendulum to traditionality, to religion, to more less Western philosophical viewpoints, right? And I'm for that in some ways, and I more so I understand it, and I'm aware of why it's happening. But my fear is that one of the things that we're losing, and I always go back to this, one of the things that we're losing is empathy for other people. And the reason I say that, and the reason why I tie it back to that young creator viewpoint, is it's very easy to get caught up in someone's ideas of what's right and wrong for as a blanket statement for the entire world, and how those are the only ways life can be lived, right? Without taking into consideration all of the variables, all of the external factors, all of the stressors, all of the illnesses, substance abuse problems that people go through, right? Yeah. And so I don't think you can garner that empathy without living life. No online personality is going to teach you to understand why people do what they do, why people seem to live by a lower moral code than you might think than you might think they should. Right. And so I understand why the pushback is happening. I just really wish that people weren't being so mean to each other.
To be honest, I think I agree. I think in today's world, we're so focused on us. We're so focused on everyone agreeing with us, everybody having the same perspective, everybody accepting everybody thinking everybody's the same, that we sometimes lose the important things that make us human, right? Like, we all think that we're the main characters of our own world. And to some people, I mean, that's true. You technically are. If you're a normal person, you go to work from 8 in the morning till 5. You get on Instagram, and before you know it, it's time for you to go to sleep. And at that point, you don't acknowledge even person you saw at the grocery store, or a person who walked past your car. Like, we don't acknowledge other people. We don't acknowledge their existence. We don't try to be kind. We want to be so perfect for Instagram or YouTube or any social media you use, that we have lost what makes us human, which is imperfection. Because from imperfection, we understand what humanity really is. And I think, although I agree with the fact that in this world we have lost empathy, and although I agree that when he says that empathy is born from how old you get through life and through life experience, I think you can garner empathy by just acknowledging other people's faults, acknowledging other people's imperfections, acknowledging other people's just existence. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. I think at some point we stop being human. And that's what's sad. And although I agree, I think religion teaches us a lot of things about ourselves that maybe we just don't understand. I think they have great principles. I think a lot of things in certain religions do help society. It is a plus, you know. Um, that's just my personal belief. Doesn't mean it needs to be your belief, of course. But I think that we just lost what it really means to be human. We lost it because we're focused on how many likes. Oh, like, do I look perfect in this shot? Do I look perfect in that? Shoot, even the video you're watching right now, it's edited. So some of the parts won't even look like my skin color because we're so focused on projecting an image to the world so the world can see us a certain way so we can feel important, because that's what we strive to do. We strive to feel like we're important in this world, that we focus so much on me that we never look around and see all the things that we have, all the things we were able to accomplish. No, I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio, a millionaire who is recognized everywhere and does whatever he wants. No, but like, I'm me, and that's okay. Like, that's truly okay. Um, but yeah, like I think this is just a lesson for everybody to just understand that, like, look, man, just be you, be kind to people. Like, one kind gesture goes a long way. I promise you, man. I promise you. Even if you don't believe me. But let's get into his other point real quick.
I realized recently that I've started to feel differently about casual sex.
Hmm.
And it wasn't because of what anybody said to me. I think I really started to notice how gross it is. And by the way, I've always known that. It's are you willing to accept that
Yeah.
from yourself?
And actually just say no. Yeah.
Exactly, right? And by the way, like, as men who are driven to have sex, like, we're sexual beings, a lot of times something that makes it easier to say no is having a home with a person that will say yes, that you can say yes to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, it's almost like they combat each other because you don't want to be alone, so you're having casual sex, but this casual sex is preventing you from having a person that you can be with, right?
Yeah. Man.
And so it's like you're stuck in this cycle, and I've been stuck in a cycle for a long time.
Me too.
And it's an addiction. It's an addiction,
Yeah.
and it's a sick addiction, bro. It really is. And I've had very, very wild escapades, and I've noticed that after weekends I've had weekends where I've just looked back and after 3 or 4 days in cities, because I'm in different cities and countries, and I've looked back and just looked at myself and been like, yo, you're disgusting.
Yeah.
If you think about, if you think about when you was young, right? Let's say you were in, I don't know, middle school or even high school. One of the things that your friends will always talk about and will always make fun of you is your virginity. Why have you not lost your virginity? As a man, this is just something that, like, people get on you about. If you can't get no hoes or women, you must be gay, or you must not like women, or you're a weirdo, or, I mean, it can be a lot of things, right? But they never talk about how that's just a pit of despair. How waking up to somebody you barely know, you barely talk to, you got basically nothing in common other than you guys drank a few maybe, chilled a bit. Like, you guys don't know each other at all. Like, at all. And here you guys are basically giving yourselves the most secret, the most sacred, the most intimate part of you to somebody who maybe in a week he won't call you back, or she won't call you back. Maybe you didn't do something right, so she didn't like it, or maybe she didn't do something right and he didn't like it. Like, we live in a society where we're told sex is everything, right? if you get sex, you're a chick magnet. You're somebody who's gonna be respected. You're somebody who going to be seen as cool. And when you look at the guys who've been doing this for so long, you got somebody like Mike. You got somebody, forget his name, but there's another big one. He was a influencer too, and he talked about it too, where him just going out and just getting girls and stuff like that, it never led him to anything good. Like, it didn't help him really find the person he wanted to be with. Most of them just found most of the girls they wanted to be with just by luck. To be completely honest, by luck. You found somebody that really loves them for who they are, that really cares about them. Out of luck. It wasn't them going to a club and hitting on the hottest chick or just out of a one night stand. It was literally them just finding their person. I think everybody can find their person. Do I think that some of us need to put more work than others? Yes, 100%. Do I think that we need to have a period of time where we need to focus on each other and understand like who we are as people and what we're looking for? Yes. Do I think that you need to go through all this meaningless sex in order to find that? No. I personally don't think so. But as a man, I get it, man. Like, I get it. You see shorty walking down, you're like, oh shit, what's up? Type shit. Nah, chill. They gonna make fun of me for saying that. But nah, I think I thought when I first started this, I thought I was gonna have a lot of disagreements, but I agree with the guy, to be honest. I think casual sex is meaningless. It doesn't help you with anything. Like, you feel disgusted after you're done. So it's not like it makes you feel good. It may make you feel good by then, but the second you feel me? You let the babies fly. Like, you're done. You know? But yeah, guys, that's it for me, man. That's my opinion right there. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you thought I was right. Don't look at my notes, bro. Okay? I'm also trying to be an investor. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. That's gonna be the video. Peace.